What's going on, everyone? You know it, Note 10 Plus, Note 10, which one should you get? Well, if you read the title, you already know. I'm gonna tell you why the Note 10 is the phone for you if you're a Samsung fan. All right, like all reviews, we are not paid or sponsored by Samsung in any way, shape, form, or fashion. These are our thoughts and our thoughts only, so let's get down to it. Now, I'm not gonna go through every single spec on these phones. You've probably seen 8 videos before this one that said the same exact thing over and over and over again. And also, if you have internet access, obviously you do, you went to Samsung's website. But anyway, this is the bigger one, the Note 10 Plus, 6.8-inch display. The Note 10, 6.3-inch display. This has more storage, can go up to 512. This is only 256. Micro SD card, no micro SD card. Higher resolution display, really good display. Both have S Pen. Let's get down to it. Okay, first let's talk about some of the changes for the Note series versus last year. Design. Someone at Samsung went to the Northern Lights and they decided everything is going to be Aura. They were inspired. So now we have Aura Glow, we have Aura Black, and there's another Aura color, which I don't know, but we'll put that here as B-roll. But yes, it's all very shiny, very prism-like. It's beautiful. You know I complain about the colors on the S10 Plus. Samsung, they heard me. No, they didn't, but they came up with some much better colors, and I really like them. And I gotta say, Aura Black, it's stealth, but Aura Glow is what everyone's getting. Okay, also, new camera housing. It was horizontal, now it's vertical. If that reminds you of another phone or other phones, you wouldn't be mistaken, but you borrow what works, right? We're not gonna say when it's copying, we're inspired. Samsung was inspired and they did a great job with it. Note 10 Plus has 4 cameras, well 3 and a little camera, and the Note 10 has 3 cameras, and of course they both have flash. But on the front is where it really gets interesting. They've almost gone bezel-less with both of these displays. The camera housing for this, the selfie, it looks like a little dot, right? And it's cool. I think Samsung's done a great job with the overall design of the phone. But, and this is gonna be my complaint on both of these phones. Actually, should I tell you my complaint now? Maybe I should wait till later. We'll stay positive through the first part of this review. Okay, displays aren't great on both of these phones. Yes, the Note 10 Plus is a higher res display, but you know what? Unless you put them next to each other and you're pixel peeping, you're not gonna know the difference because Samsung makes some of the best displays on the market. Also, what's improved is sound quality on both of these phones. Speakers, top and bottom. And it's very hard to cover it up, actually. So even if you're moving the phone horizontally, you're gonna still get really good sound. Great video. If you're gaming, you're gonna really like the sound of both of these phones. Okay, talking about the cameras for a moment. On both of these phones, they are exactly the same. 12, 16, 12. 12 megapixels for telephoto, and for wide, 16 megapixels for ultra wide. Front-facing camera is 10 megapixels on each of these. They are exactly the same. Now, of course, the camera is different on these Note 10s versus the S10 Plus. There's only one camera versus 2. Not a big deal, still relatively good. I will say though, that image quality has improved a bit over the S10 and the S10 Plus. Samsung has been pushing their imaging game a lot more these days, and you can definitely see the difference. Also, night mode has improved on these cameras. Night mode was always something when they released it with the S10. It was like, and then it got a little bit better with the updates. And I can say on the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus, it's much improved. However, it's a little slow to get it going. It's like a 2-press activation to get night mode happening. So you gotta kind of sit there for a little bit, have a drink, wait for night mode to kick in, and you're good to go. But I have a feeling with the power behind these phones, this is just a software update that Samsung can improve the speed of night mode, but the overall image quality is much improved over the S10 and S10 Plus. What else? S Pen. S Pen's improved. The build quality, it's like, it feels more solid. The S Pen maybe felt a little bit, like you could bend it a little bit, but now it feels a lot more solid in the hand. Still same design, still beautiful, color coordinated with the phones. But now you can do new things with the S Pen. You can be like Harry Potter with your phone. They call it air gestures, where you can flip to change from the selfie camera to the rear camera. You can go like this to go from one menu to the other. And if you want to zoom, you go like this. And of course, carrying on from the Note 9, my favorite feature of the S Pen, besides that it writes well on the screen, is that you can click the button and take a photo. Honestly, between the writing and just taking a photo, that's all you need to worry about. These air gestures, to be frank with you, they don't really work that well. I look kind of idiotic when I'm going around like this with my phone. And I was kind of wondering why Samsung wanted to put air gestures in it. Because why would you use it? If someone's holding your phone, they're taking a photo of you, they can change the menu themselves. And if you've got a selfie, I have two hands. I can use this hand to go through the menu, and then I can use the S Pen to take a photo. See? I don't need to. Doesn't work. Anyway, now battery life. Battery life. Bigger, smaller. Obviously, right? Bigger phone, bigger battery. Smaller phone, smaller battery. But guess what? They last roughly the same. Solid day usage. Samsung's done a good job with battery life on these things. Optimized, great performance. No issues with either of these phones. Now, if you want 2 or 3 days, get a battery pack. You want one solid day, you're gonna be very, very happy with the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus. Also, faster charging now. Out of the box, 25 watts. Woo! That's fast. Of course, you can go to 45 watts. Now, 45 watts gives you like a full charge in like 40 minutes. But if you just use the charger out of the box, a full charge, 0 to 100, in an hour. It's fast. Don't spend the money on the extra charging. It's just marketing. 1 hour to charge your phone, that's plenty for most people. Hey, 2 years ago, we were waiting 2 hours to charge our phones and nobody was complaining. Actually, people were, that's why they did it. But you know what I mean? We still got through our lives, it was okay. So again, good job on Samsung. Bigger charger in the box, but you don't need to get the 45 watt one, it's okay. Wireless charging has been improved as well. It's not 20 watt like some phones out there in the marketplace, but it's fast enough. It's much faster than a lot of others out there. So if it takes an hour on wired charging, you might be an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes for wireless charging, but you put it on at night, take it off, you're good to go for the next day. All is good in that department. Okay, that pretty much runs through some of the new enhancements. Oh, I didn't tell you about this new feature. This new feature that Samsung has put in this phone. And I didn't know I wanted this feature until Samsung told me. AR Doodle. You haven't heard of it? Let me explain it to you. So now I can take a photo of myself. I can draw a mustache. I can draw maybe different color hair on me. And that drawing will stay with my face as I move around, as it moves around on the video. It can help my selfie game. You know, a lot of influencers these days are drawing things on their face to make themselves look different. You can up the selfie game with the AR Doodle. Wow. The Note 10 Plus, the Note 10 AR Doodle. That's really wrong to say. I shouldn't be that mean, right? I shouldn't be that mean. No, let's not be that mean about AR Doodle. Actually, it's a fun little gimmick. It's a fun thing if you've got a kid in the house and you want to use AR Doodle, they're gonna have a good time with it. But if you're an adult in the office and you're, take notes and to really utilize the full feature set of the Note Power, the Note series, AR Doodle is not gonna be your thing. Just not. But for your kids, they're gonna love it. So there's a positive on all the sides of these things, right? Another cool feature is that Samsung's working with Microsoft now. So now you can jot down notes and it'll convert it into text. You can upload it into your Word documents and all that cool stuff. So that's the kind of stuff I want to see in my Note series, Samsung. I like that. AR Doodle, I'm not too sure about, but partnering with Microsoft, now we're talking. The power of the Note is for business users, professional users, people that are going to utilize this large screen with that great S Pen of yours. AR Doodle. No, Samsung. Don't do it. Anyway, talking about the Bixby button. The power button and the Bixby button are now one. They have merged together. All the buttons are now on the left side of the phone. No longer are we have that one button that nobody ever wanted to use. Now you can turn off your phone with it. And of course you can use Bixby. I mean, let's give Bixby some credit. They're getting better with it because they're taking all that data everybody's been using with Bixby and they're kind of working together to make Bixby better. Yeah, Bixby's still there, but it's not as in your face. So Samsung's listening to us slightly. Anyway, why do I feel the Note 10 should be the phone to get versus the Note 10 Plus? But the reality of it is that the Note 10 Plus doesn't feel that good in the hand. And I'll tell you why. It's this design that Samsung has done now with the Note 10 Plus. Oh, you know what I didn't talk about? Shit. I didn't talk about the headphone jack is gone. That's right, I didn't talk about the headphone jack. I cannot be a reviewer for a Note 10 or Note 10 Plus if I don't talk about the headphone jack, because this is the biggest thing everybody talks about, right, Cheryl? Everyone's talking about the headphone jack, right? Yeah, pretty much. Right? But you know what I say to that, Cheryl? I don't care. It's 2019. Everyone's got a Bluetooth headphone or earbuds or true wireless. We just did a review. If you haven't seen Cheryl's review, shameless plug, check out her video. She's got all the listings of the true wireless buds for 2019 thus far. Good review. Anyway, we all got these earbuds nowadays. Who uses wired headphones? Unless you've got an amazing sound system at home and the earphones are like thousands of dollars and you want to hear the fingernail hit the string on the violin or the cello. Otherwise, you're using the Bluetooth earphones and they're great. They sound good to me. I don't care about the headphone jack. Neither should you. Okay, back to why I think the Note 10 should be the phone for you over the Note 10 Plus. Okay, first off, there is a new design language to these phones. And of course, you're seeing this from a lot of phones nowadays. They call that waterfall design. Just like, it comes with sound effects too. You go straight, just kind of falls off on the side, right? And if you look at it, it's like this on the side here, and the side here, and the side. And when you hold this in your hand, it doesn't feel secure. Because it's so thin, you see this, I don't feel secure. And if you see this, what's happening? What's happening? My hand is now covering the display. And what does that mean? When I'm holding it like this so I don't drop the phone, less screen real estate. The Note 10 Plus is smaller. It feels better in the hand. Honestly speaking, all kidding aside, actually the design of the phone, this curved glass, I've said this before and I say this again, Samsung. For the Note series, it should be flat because we use the S Pen. We want to select items or text on the edge of the display, and you can't do it with curved glass. Also, it's very hard to hold, and because of the size of the Note 10 Plus, you're going to need a case. And if you need a case, then why have curved glass on the side anyway? The case is going to cover it all up. So then why have it? So I don't know. It's all marketing. Anyway, on the back of the Note 10 Plus, we've got what's new is the time of flight camera. Or what else? What do they call it? Some depth sensing camera, right? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I can't tell a difference. And this is not just with Samsung. I couldn't tell a difference with other phones that have it too. So I don't know why people put it in their phones, because Google has one camera, they do a great job. Then the Note 10, they don't have a time of flight camera, but it takes good photos, just as good as the Note 10 Plus. So why is it there? We don't know. So maybe the potential of this depth sensing camera hasn't been unleashed yet. We'll find out in a future firmware upgrade. Maybe, or maybe not. Anyway, the Note series, this is the best phone Samsung has made to date. It's an evolution, it's not a revolution. If you're coming from the Note 9, you might not want to upgrade, and that's okay. If you're coming from the Note 8, like Li Ling here in our office, you should upgrade. There you go. And if you're coming from the S9, definitely worth the upgrade as well. My favorite, of course, is the Note 10. Size-wise, functionality is right up there with the Note 10 Plus. I just love the form factor. It feels really good in the hand. That's why I recommend the Note 10 as the Note you should get. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Samsung Note series. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Until the next one, take care. You know what? They shouldn't call this Aura Glove. They should call this Aura Fingerprint Glove. Because my fingerprints just show up like nobody's business. Oleophobic coating next to your Samsung, please.